Hey everyone, Human Shield 1991 back again with another episode of our Pokemon Showdown Generation 2 Random Battle Series. This is going to be episode 9 of the series, and it's hard to believe that the next one's going to be 10 already, but it's crazy, 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 crazy. Definitely have fun with this one. This is for the Johto region from the Gold and Silver games, and obviously the battles take place in Pokemon Showdown, which is a free-to-play Pokemon battle simulator and team builder game. For those who are new to the channel, we have several Pokemon Showdown series, all of which you can see playlists for in the description. But beyond that, we also do Pokemon This or That. We do Pokemon Nuzlocks, including a Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke, which is reaching its end soon. So you might want to go and catch up on all that. Plus, I do PokeThoughts and other videos too, so go ahead and check that out. Pretty much every video I have is in some kind of playlist in the description, with the exception of channel updates, which I do have a playlist for, but I don't list in the description because who's going to watch a playlist of channel updates? Actually, some people might. But anyway, and if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit the thumbs up and leave some comments. It can be about my team, my opponent's team, the strategy, Pokemon in the video, whatever you want. And of course, today's question of the day: what do you think of Sunflora and Sunkern? What do you think of those Pokemon? Do you have any memories of those Pokemon? Anything stand out about them to you, past or present? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, I do want to give a heads up. I have been feeling very ill the last few days. I missed a couple uploads that I wanted to get up. I did get a Pokemon Showdown video up before. I'm feeling a little better now. It's been coming and going though, so we'll see if it lasts. But providing I keep feeling better, this week should be packed with content between more Showdown, Pokemon This or That, and more of the Nuzlocke, and who knows what else. Other than that, though, I think we're ready to get started. I do want to do my usual reminder. I'm not a professional player. I'm not a competitive player. I do this for fun. So don't come to me for pro strats because you're probably not going to get them. But I do have fun, and we have fun on this channel. Anyway, we start off with Xatu and Moltres, and yeah, I don't know. I felt very confused about my team, conflicted, and this battle did not go as I expected in multiple ways, and definitely stick around to the end because it definitely caught me off guard. But yeah, I think you should enjoy this battle. I know I definitely enjoyed it. So right away, I sent out Kingdra. I figured, hey, I resist. Good typing. Might as well go for it. And I just assumed they would swap, so I decided to hit up a Curse. They did swap to Sunflora, and I did ask that question of the day regarding Sunflora. I think Sunflora is kind of a underrated Pokemon. I know it's just a big sunflower, but I don't know. I've always liked it. I've always thought it was kind of adorable. Anyway, I went for the hidden power because I had cursed up already, and it was another one of those cases where I didn't want to waste my curse, but I was sacrificing a Pokemon and potentially by doing it. But thankfully, I was doing enough damage where at the very least, I knew I would take out Sunflora, which isn't necessarily great, but still. I was feeling okay about it, the fact that I was able to take it out despite the type difference. But then he sent out Mewtwo, and this Mewtwo will be a wall for essentially this entire battle. I survived the Psychic, which I loved. I hit the hidden power, almost brought it down to half, but this is the gen with when they started introducing items, held items. It doesn't get as serious as it does the next two gens, but it's definitely a start, you know? You have the leftovers healing up, and it makes it very hard to whittle some Pokemon down, especially when you don't have the type advantage that you're hoping for. Plus, Mewtwo's just the beast. I mean, if you've seen my Pokemon Nuzlocke, you know how scary Mewtwo can be. Shout out to Beard or Bust for constantly reminding me. I don't know if he'll see this video. I know he's been kind of busy, but if you do, shout out to you. And you know what? Shout out to Crazy and other people who've been watching my Pokemon Showdown videos, because I know there's kind of a line for some people. Some people prefer the Showdown videos. A lot of people prefer the Nuzlocke. Most people like this or that. But there's, with Nuzlocke versus Showdown, there's definitely seems to be a divide. So thank you for those who watch just Showdown. Thank you to those who just watch Nuzlocke. And a big thank you to those who watch both. PokeCraft, that includes you. Shout out to you. Anyway, I sent out Blastoise just to try to see if I could just kill it with just raw power. And it really wasn't doing much, especially because it has Recover. Because of course it has Recover. Why would it not have Recover? And I really wasn't doing that much damage. Doing special attacks to a Mewtwo at this point probably wasn't going to work. And I really didn't know what to do. I sent out Xatu because I knew I would at least eat up the Psychic, and I could try Drill Peck and see how that did. And it did decent damage, but unfortunately not enough. And they have Ice Beam, which I forgot about, which is just a lot of damage, enough to take me out. I did get them low, but at this point it doesn't matter because unless I have something that can knock it out first, they're going to recover. Now, I did think about sending out Alakazam, but I don't think the Psychic would have killed it, so it really wouldn't have worked. And at that point, I thought, hey, Toxic. They swapped out. They probably knew they probably thought I was going to be able to hit it hard and knock it out, but no, I just went for a Toxic. They kept Moltres in. They swapped out. I swapped out. Mewtwo got the extra leftovers. Very frustrating. Very, very frustrating and unfortunate. Tried to whittle it down more. It wasn't doing a single gosh darn thing. Now I have Primeape still, but obviously if he gets hit by a Psychic, it's all over. I have Alakazam, who is cool and all, and he can, paralyze, but there's only so much I can actually do because my only attacking move is Psychic. And he sent out Piloswine. I kept Alakazam out because I thought maybe he was going to swap again. He didn't, and yeah, that was a tough situation. I don't know. I was struggling. I figured they'd go for an EQ again, so I sent out Jumpluff. They read it, hit the Ice Beam on Jumpluff, knocked it right out. Sent Blastoise back out because I figured, hey, it's at least tanky, probably cause him to swap again. Of course he did to Mewtwo. I'm not gonna lie, this Mewtwo was driving me absolutely crazy. This was the only battle I recorded at this point, and I didn't know how things were gonna go. I did the big crit Earthquake, didn't really matter. I decided to try to swap strategies and go for Ice Beam, hoping maybe I could get the freeze hacks. I've been hit with hacks so many times, I thought maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'll be the one who's able to do it. They put up a Reflect, didn't really worry because I was using special moves anyway, and I just wanted to freeze it. That's all I needed. I figured if I could freeze it, that would give me enough time to do enough damage to take it out. Hopefully, at least, in theory. Anyway, they swapped out to Gligar. I'm not really sure why. The Ice Beam just completely went down. And then they sent out Scissor, and I figured, hey, I'll go for Earthquake. It did nothing. I know the Reflect was up, but good lord, that was scary. It did nothing at all. I went for Surf while they set up. I went for Hidden Power, but Blastoise is bulky, and I can heal, so it wasn't really doing a whole mess to me. I figured I'd just go for Surf again. They had another Hidden Power, brought me below half. Leftovers got me to almost half, but I knew this next one would take it out. And it did, so that was nice. So it was 3-on-3 technically, but one of mine was a fighting type. Blastoise was really getting low, and Alakazam was very limited. So I was not confident at this point at all. I decided to go for another Ice Beam just for the sake of it. Couldn't hit it anyway. Went right down. Went out to Alakazam because, again, I was terrified about Primeape. And I went for what I had to. I put up a Light Tune first because I figured it would at least help from the Psychics. They swapped out to Moltres so it would help from the Fire Blast, so that kind of worked out. And I decided to recover just to make sure I had my health. They went for a physical move instead, but it really didn't do that much to me. It did a decent amount, but it didn't do that much to me. I decided to go for a Psychic there. Didn't do as much as I would think. They went for Rest, which unfortunately got rid of the Toxic, which was definitely less than ideal. But at least now I could go for attacks. They were doing Sleep Talk, hit a big return, did too much damage. Way too much damage. But I recovered, not too concerned. Again, at this point, I was pretty much accepting that I was going to lose, but I just wanted to try my best to get the win. But I was very, very much not confident. Hit a big Psychic, and they hit a Fire Blast, which did way too much damage. And I decided to just go for it. I figured I could heal, but the Fire Blast did so much it probably wouldn't matter. I hit the Psychic, it killed, Moltres went down. Piloswine, and Alakazam for the 2 on the field, plus of course Mewtwo and the hidden Primeape. Did a big EQ, lowered me so low I knew I just had to do an offensive move because Recover really wouldn't save me at this point. Not with how much damage Earthquake was doing. I was trying to figure it out, thinking maybe it would work, but it wouldn't. I popped off a Psychic. It did good damage though, and Alakazam went down, leaving just my Primeape to battle a Piloswine and a Mewtwo. Needless to say, the odds weren't exactly in my favor. Instead of going right for a move, I decided to do something a little different, and I went for a Meditate. I figured they were going to swap out because of the typing, so at least maybe I could do some decent damage. So I popped off a Rock Slide, and as you'll see in a second, they flinched. They flinched from a Rock Slide. I did another Rock Slide, hit Piloswine, almost took it out. And at this point, I hit another Rock Slide, and it was enough to go down. I had the speed. I was facing Mewtwo. All I could hope is maybe I would get another one. But instead, I got a crit, and Mewtwo went down. Primeape pulled off the biggest upset of all time. If you check the chat during the battle, I had said good game before I sent out Primeape. Not because I thought I was going to win, but because I thought I had it completely lost. I thought I was done for it. But I got the crit when I needed it, and I got the flinch when I needed it, and somehow Primeape came out on top, and I was happy with that battle, I'll tell you that. I probably shouldn't have won, but I did pick up the win, and it goes to show you don't necessarily quit because you can pull off an upset. If RNG works in your favor, strategy works in your favor, somebody messes something up, you just have a keen eye, and again, RNG, you might be able to pull off an upset, and that's what I did there. I hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely had a blast with this one. Nice, short, and sweet. And yeah, if you did enjoy it, be sure to hit a thumbs up, leave comments down below. Don't forget the question of the day. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We're at 105 subs, and I'd love to hit 110. My goal is kind of 110 by the 15th. Might be unrealistic. We'll see. If we don't get there, not a big deal. I would definitely like to. Thanks again for bearing with me while I've been under the weather. But good things are coming in this channel, including Pokemon Gold Randomized Nuzlocke, which is set to premiere as soon pretty much as the Blue Nuzlocke comes to a conclusion. And thanks to some help from some people and just me working on it, I actually have a layout for this new video, which I did do myself, but obviously I had help learning how to do it. And it's going to be a lot of fun this series. So if you like Nuzlocks, keep an eye out for that. Check out my Blue Nuzlocke. If you like the Showdown videos, there's going to be a lot more to come. Plus this or that, PokeThoughts, everything else. So thank you so much for watching, and hope you stick around for the next video. Until next time, later.